Good afternoon, everyone. How's it going? We're going to give the Grand Palace a second attempt today. We're shooting off. It's about, what time is it, El?
1:45.
About 1:45. So we'll head in there and try and see as much as we can in about 2 hours-ish. And then we got to head back to our hotel where they are holding on our bags because we've just checked out. Tonight we are flying to Chennai in India. Yeah, we've got to just do a quick tour of the Grand Palace and then we've got to hustle our way over to the airport. I'm running on empty as far as the battery is concerned. Didn't get much sleep actually I didn't get any sleep last night. Managed to get about an hour and 15 minutes or so this morning at some point around 9 o'clock-ish. We'll see how today pans out. I'm hoping it's going to be okay. Alright, so we've made it to the Grand Palace. We believe we're at the entrance. Everyone keeps telling us different things, so we're not exactly sure. But yeah, we'll have a look. You know, I don't think this is it. Okay.
Sign back there.
Alright, so that was almost a disaster. Apparently you've got to have some form of ID when you enter the Grand Palace, which I did not have on me. So Elle's like, well, we should try anyway. So I'm like, yeah, righto. I see everyone pulling out their IDs and holding it up. So I thought, I've got my bank card with me.
It's got my name on it.
Yeah, it's got my name on it. So I pulled that out and he looked at me like I'm an idiot. But luckily Al turned around and said, don't worry, he's with me. And he's like, oh, okay, you go.
I'm well known around these parts, so it's all good.
Yes. Thank you, Carb. Okay.
Alright, maybe we should follow the signs.
Yeah. Alright, so it turns out we were following some sort of procession there. Not exactly what it was, but luckily the security guard realised that we were not meant to be going to this procession. Everyone's dressed in black. And here we are, looking like us. So yeah, he pulled us aside, pointed us in the right direction. We're off now, we're off. I think we're on the right track now. So we're finished up at the Grand Palace. It's actually really nice in there. Not as big as I thought it was though, but you know, it was still very big, don't get me wrong. We found ourselves across the road at a 7-Eleven, getting some cold beverages because it is a bloody hot day today. And El's just happened to find another set of scales. So he wasn't happy with 3, so now he's going for the 4th try to see what happens.
Force the charm.
78 was it?
Yeah. I get you to hold my camera. I need as much weight reduction as possible. As well to make up for the jeans.
For those of you who don't know what's going on, El believes he weighs about 73, 74 kilograms, but every scale he stood on
78 to 79, mate. Alright, here we go.
Every scale he stood on. Oh, that's the halfway mark there.
Slightly better.
Yeah, that's halfway.
Right, yeah. According to this, that's the maximum weight I should be.
Okay.
So you can't be any bigger than this if you're 178 centimeters tall.
There you go, people.
This is the perfect figure. Breathe it in.
We've decided to jump in a cab and go to our local favourite secret spot in top of MBK for a bit of aircon, a bit of iced tea and some great food. Still on the cheap though. So we're back at our secret spot on the top of MBK. We've got the usual rice, 3 different curries, 50 baht, $2 Australian. And my favourite, the iced tea, 25 baht, $1 Australian. I'll be going back for another one. So we're on our final boat ride. We're on our way back to the hotel. We're going to do a bit more research on the internet, and then we'll jump in a cab and head to the airport to catch a plane to Chennai, India. So when you're traveling, you always forget something, right? Well, I did pretty well. I didn't really forget anything except for toothpaste. Unbelievable. So I went down to the local 7-Eleven, which isn't too far away, and I picked out some toothpaste, and I just picked it out. I just grabbed it. I had a bit of a look at it, to be honest, and it was all written in Thai. Yeah, no worries, I thought, until I get back and put it in my mouth, and it is horrible. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what is this? So I grabbed the box again, flipped over one more time. Have a look at this. Salt whitening. Absolutely horrible. Do not recommend salt whitening. Alright, so we've made it back to the hotel, and we're all packed up, ready to go, picked up our bags. It's time now to head off to the airport to catch our flight to India. But I thought I'd just show you around this balcony area before we left, and the place we're staying in. We're staying at the Smile Inn, really cheap. It's about $19 Australian a night, and rooms are really nice, as you've probably seen earlier on. But they got this pretty cool balcony area where we spend a lot of our time. It's kind of a common room. Yeah, it overlooks the canal here. Little kitchenette area. Yeah, so that's it. We'll jump in a cab now. Hopefully, if everything goes to plan and the traffic's not too bad, we'll arrive there 2 hours prior to our flight. just jumped in the cab on our way to the airport now. I've got to tell you, it is so good to be sitting in this air conditioning right now. It is so hot and muggy outside. We've had a bit of rain over the last few days, as you've probably noticed. But check out the interior of the seats in this cab. It's absolutely amazing. Guys, we made it to the airport. 2 hours, 20 minutes to spare before our flight, so perfect. Yeah, so we get dropped off. We're flying Air Asia out to India, so yeah, get dropped off out at the terminal. We'll have a look at checking in. Flight's about to board. I'm actually feeling pretty knackered at the moment. But yeah, next time we see you, we'll be in India. Just on the bus to the aeroplane. It's almost like a party up here. Check it out. So, we've made it to Chennai, India. Got ourselves a taxi, 500 rupees into the hostel that we're staying at tonight. What is your name?
Shagan.
Alex. Nice to meet you. Thank you. How you feeling, mate?
Yeah, pretty good.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, I hope I don't keep on the plane and
Yeah, so did I.
pulled on my shirt a little bit. That was pretty good. Woke up with a nice wet patch.
Yeah, that was a 3.5 hour flight. I reckon I managed to get in, I don't know, maybe about an hour of sleep. Oh, maybe a bit more even. But yeah, feeling a bit better than I did when I jumped on the plane, that's for sure.
Ready to party, eh?
Well, I wouldn't go that far. Well, we made it. We got here. There's already street dogs having a go at us. So yeah, as you know, we've made it to our hostel. which is actually quite nice. I'll give you the grand tour tomorrow. Yeah, we just popped down the local shop, which is pretty much a servo. Al grabbed water and a packet of chips.
First, baby.
And I grabbed myself some orange juice. So I think we're just gonna
Tell them about your
have a bit of a
awesome experience at the ATM.
yeah, righto. So I didn't have any rupees on me. I didn't change anything at the airport there. So I thought I'd jump in and grab the ATM and grab some cash from that. So we'd asked at the hostel first, you know, what's the maximum amount you can take out? And he said, oh look, it's 20,000 rupee is the maximum generally for the locals, but it could be different with yours. And we were like, yeah, no worries. So I thought I'd just go for 20,000 because I didn't want to get charged all the extra fees that you get charged. Well, as little as possible, you know. Only make as minimum stops at the ATM as you can. So yeah, I'm in there, selected English, away I go. And it's asked, you know, how much do you want out? And I said, yep, I typed in 20,000 and it's gone, yep. Righto, well how would you like that? What kind of notes would you like that in? So I typed in 500, well the options were 500 or 100 rupee notes. So I put in 500, went okay, enter, yep, good to go. And then out it spat 100 rupees, which is about 10 bucks Australian. So I've probably got a $10 charge for $10. And yeah, I've already spent half of it on an OJ. So I got to try and work out how to use that ATM, or how to use a different ATM at least.
I need a crash course in Indian ATMs.
Indian ATMs, yeah. But yeah, so we're just going to have a bit of a quiet night tonight. We're both pretty knackered. Well, I know I am.
Alright.
Al's alright. It's actually a pretty quiet area. There's not much happening at all. It's actually dead quiet. That's alright. Tomorrow, we've got a big day planned, but I'll explain more of that tomorrow. Alright. I'll catch yous in the morning.